Hey, in this video, we're going to go through my top two recommendations for starting out a wine collection. Welcome back to Drinking It In. Let's talk about building a wine cellar or a wine collection. I get this question quite a bit from people. How do I start building, a collection? Some people want to build something just purely for investment. Some people want to buy good wine that can age for a while and drink later on. So the best advice that that I can give you is to buy top quality regions and top vintages. So in Europe, for example, 2010, 2016, and apparently 2019 are amazing vintages, classic vintages that you can buy from really any producer and get great wine out of it. So why not start there? What I would say is, given that some of the prices of some of the regions certainly in France are really unattainable, I tend to exclude them. So Burgundy, like I said in my little short video a couple of days ago, I'm not buying any Burgundy because it's just too expensive. And if you want to, if you have those deep pockets, go for it. Try to find it first. Find some Burgundy, and then go buy it. But if you're like most of us and you don't have $400 a bottle to drop on wine, I suggest you start in Italy. And the 2019 Barolos are coming out now, and I would start there. And then as soon as you see probably some 2019 Brunellos, get in on those. Buy them when they first come out, when they first release, because that's about as cheap as they're going to be. Barolo can be expensive. Don't get me wrong, but you can get really good Barolo for $35 to $60 a bottle, and that is going to be an amazing way for you to start your collection, whether you're looking for appreciation or to drink later on. So, I kind of think back to when I was building out a wine cellar or building out a wine collection. It was in my corner of my garage, so it wasn't a cellar, but and I did the same thing. This was about in 2008-ish. I started. The 2010 vintage came along, and in Europe, it was just it had a great reputation, great projections. So I went Barolo, I went Brunello, I went Chateauneuf de Pape, and even some wine from Spain. So in the end, let's say start off with some Brunellos. Again, 2019, when they come out, you still have some time, but that's the next one to take a look at. If you see some 2016 on the shelves from a reputable retailer, grab those. Go Barolo. 2019 is the way to go. But in this case, this was a 2011, which was one of those things where I was like, 2010 needs some time, so we're going to buy some 2011s, and they're brilliant. Now, if you're talking about trying to start a collection for wines that you're going to drink relatively soon, so about maybe laying a bottle down for 5 years, I would suggest doing the little brother or sister of Brunello di Montalcino and going for the Rosso di Montalcino from that 2019 vintage. So this is a 2020. It'll be featured soon on the channel, but apparently you're supposed to be drinking these while you let the 2019s age. I actually had one as part of dinner this weekend, and it was just stunning. So if it's a little taste of what's going to be worthwhile coming up. I would also encourage you to buy Nebbiolos. All right, so Barolo is made from Nebbiolo grape, but when you see Nebbiolo on the bottle, from a reliable Italian producer like Elio Grasso or Gigi Vara, you can get their Nebbiolos, and those things are going to be stunning in 5 years. The other thing I would try to do is start building up a collection of some of the up and coming regions in that not necessarily up and coming regions that people don't know of, but people are recognizing our top quality wines. So Grand Cru Beaujolais, right? We've talked about things, wines from the Morgon appellation, the Fleurie appellation. If you see those, don't sleep on those. That's another great place to start. It's a great place to get some volume because those wines can be pretty reasonable still. But if you can age those for 10 years, and they're amazing. So use that again to build for your drinking wine collection. And then last thing, what I would recommend is some wine from Domaine Tempier, the Bandol appellation. Anything from these guys is amazing. They do a great rosé. You could even buy that, but I would stick to their red flagship red, if you will. If you see any of these from those years, 2016, 2019, get your hands on those, and that'll be a really good start. So that's a good start on, or good picture of where to start on red wines if you're building a wine collection. And we'll probably hit up some white wines and sparkling in the same episode in the coming weeks, because there's a lot of possibilities on that side. And I know everybody, not everybody wants to drink red wine every day. So I'll see you soon. Cheers, guys.